All right, if everyone would stand, we're having a pledge and a short devotion. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America
and
to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
bow your heads. Lord, we thank you for the beautiful weather you've been providing us. We thank you for taking care of our road crew and our fire department and our other personnel. Please keep them safe. Thank the residents for all their input as we try to run the township as best as we can. Amen. Welcome to everybody. Hopefully we'll do this quick tonight. Hopefully.
Famous
So-
last words.
Do you have any changes to the agenda?
I just need a short, real quick, executive session for the roads.
I don't have anything.
Won't take-
Okay. Randy, yes, it's gonna be like 3 in a row on you. I'm gonna start tracking.
So charging.
Okay. How about the minutes from Tuesday, May 26th?
Trustee Puro moves to accept them as presented.
Trustee Barry and second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Both of them are special ones too.
While that's coming down, I'll ask you to see if you had any comments on the special meeting from Thursday, May 28th.
What do we have? We have a special in front of us.
Yeah,
We don't have the regular.
we have both.
You have
Oh, we
both.
have both.
Trustee
Yep, I see
Puro
it.
moves to accept them as presented.
Trustee Barry and second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I think I got all those dates and everything for this time. Mistake on this time in the last special meeting.
Yeah, we get that one.
Yep, I get that one.
And I gotta go back to on the other side.
This one's done.
Yeah, the back
And
one's
this one's
done.
done too. Yep, we're good.
I think I need one more. Yeah. And have you had a chance to review the treasurer's report?
Trustee Barry moves to present, to accept as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we are going to go to public speaks. Welcome to everyone that's here. And I think we're gonna let Jennifer go first. Is that you?
I'm Kristen.
Kristen, you're Jennifer.
Yes.
Okay, come on up. Give us your name and address.
My name is Jennifer Dave. It's 2707 Tulip Street. I do live in Plain Township,
Okay,
but I'm here. I am a candidate running for judge of the Court of Common Pleas of Stark County.
thank you.
And yeah, I thought it was important as a candidate to come in and go to the different townships. This is the first township I've been to, and to meet at one of your meetings. I think it's very important to know the people that, you know, that we represent. I've been a prosecutor at the Stark County Court of Common Pleas for 32 years. I've handled prosecuted mostly domestic violence-related felony cases in the same
Okay.
court that I'm running. And so, you know, I do have the experience. I look forward to continuing to protect our community
Okay,
and hold offenders accountable for the crimes that they commit.
I like the sound of that. I'm good
Well,
with that.
thank you very much.
When do you run? When do you run?
We are running in the November election.
November? Okay.
Yes.
Great.
Yes, so I'll be out there. You know, as the candidates, we don't have an R, we don't have a D
Okay.
at the end of ours. That's how it's been set up for
Okay.
the Supreme Court, so.
Yeah.
Great.
So how has your caseload been as the prosecutor there? Is it growing, going down?
Oh, the numbers unfortunately are increasing, especially domestic violence.
Yeah.
And it's rampant everywhere. Usually the summertime is a bad season as well.
Oh, really? Because it's hot?
Yes, yes. And then the winters get bad because everyone's inside, you know.
Because of the heat up, right?
So you can't win. So we're pretty busy all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming and introducing yourself.
Thank you.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Okay, now we're gonna skip down to Kristen.
Hi, everybody. Kristen Petrella. I actually live at 335 21st Street Northwest in Canton. But I'm here on behalf of Ohio Business Machines. I work out of our Akron office, which is ironically called the Akron office, even though it's located on Front Street in Cuyahoga Falls. I started with the company about 5 months ago with Stark County as my territory to really work to introduce the company to the Stark County territory. So this is one of the places that I wanted to start. So I wanted to come by today and just let you guys know that Ohio Business Machines, commonly known as OBM, we are an office technology and a business technology solution center. So we're over 40 years old, but we do absolutely anything and everything from your printers and copiers all the way up here. We actually have our own VoIP system called OBM Connect. We just introduced it this past year and it's been going very well. We come in typically 40 to 50% lower than other systems. We also have an amazing IT team. We do managed IT as well as physical security and access control. So we have a number of providers. So we've been doing a lot with security cameras, a lot with access control, with a lot of other members in the community. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about was just kind of some of the things that we're doing. I've been doing a lot with Canton City. So we do a number of things there as well, from digital signage to interactive displays. That's one of the big things that, we've been doing a lot with fire and police for a lot of the different training centers and things like that. I come from, before sales, I was nonprofit, so I have a very big nonprofit heart. With that nonprofit part means I'm frugal, not cheap, frugal. So I really enjoy working with the smaller townships, working with nonprofits and working with those in the area because I understand that you need what you need when you need it and you need it for the correct price, the fair price, and you need it to work. And that's pretty much what we do at OBM is we make sure that all of your business technology works and that you don't have to think about it again. So I just wanted to bring in a couple of flyers for everyone, if that's okay, that has my business card on it.
Yes, that's perfect.
And gives a little bit more information about what we do. The last thing I will tell you, and this is also for anybody else in the room, we have our tech show coming up. One of the lovely things that we do is every year we're able to bring in our largest manufacturers and do a tech show to kind of show you the latest and greatest in the technology. Now, the one thing you'll notice on my business card is the first thing you see is the brown shield. That's because we are, in fact, at OBM, we are the official provider of copier and print services for the Cleveland Browns. With that comes a few benefits. So this year we are having our tech show at Cleveland Brown Stadium. It's going to be a phenomenal day. On top of seeing the latest and greatest tech, we will also have, some coaches and mascots for doing tours of the stadium. All you have to do is scan that QR code and register. It's a really great event, especially if we're planning for 2027 and later. Get out there, see the technology that's out there that's going to work for you. And then once you see it, let's figure out how to price it out to fit your future budgets. So that's kind of what we're here for, but I would love to be a resource for you guys in the area. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I failed to say this in the beginning, but we are on live streaming and we also are being recorded. And the microphones, doesn't matter where you're at in the room, it's going to pick you up. So just warning.
I'm so glad you said that since I roamed around.
That's okay.
It's okay. But I should have told you ahead of
That's
time.
cool.
All right, now we're going to go to Jay and Ray. Hi, Jay.
Awesome.
Good to see you again.
Hi, thanks so much for having us, guys. Really appreciate it. Jay Sell, this is Ray Finnegan Jr., formerly of Aspen Energy. We've worked with you guys for quite some time now, I believe since the inception of your program. So just kind of wanted to introduce the changes that we've been going through, talk a little bit about our acquisition, talk about where we've been on the current program, the savings that we've been able to secure. Talk about also the potential solar options that you could have that I know was brought by a resident here locally. So happy to help and discuss with that as much as we can and kind of take it from there. So we were acquired by a company called Priority Power Management. They're out of Texas. I put some information in the packet there for you on who Priority Power is. They're a big player in the broker space now, but they originally started in the infrastructure in the state of Texas, like West Texas, in oil and gas. So if you think landman, like how do they get power out there? That's what these guys do.
Okay.
So Priority Power Management is big on infrastructure, data load management, pretty much anything to connect energy outside of the utility, like on private transformers, transmission. They do all of it. They're going to expand our technical capabilities quite a bit as far as market intel and suppliers. We're now going to have close to 85 suppliers before we had like 25. So we're going to gain like 60 suppliers. So it should be really good for going out for RFPs to make sure that we're hitting everybody within the market area. So we're excited about that. History of your program, the last 4 years, we locked in a fixed rate, 7.95 cents. I remember, Brenda. Yeah, you did. You were like, we're locking it in long, and we did.
Yeah,
And
which is good.
it's worked out really well. The market's gone up and down, hasn't really been below that 7.95 much at all, right? So over the 4 years, it's saved the community $379,000. So we'll send that over in a nice looking PDF for Brian, so you guys can have that as well.
Thank you.
So it's been a great program. If you guys want to look at making changes within it, we're happy to do that. Contract's up in December. I did bring a template as well for legislation that would allow us to have flexibility like we did, I believe, last time we looked at it, to be able to lock in. I think we said we wanted to get under 8 cents last time,
I think we said,
up to 48 months.
under 8, lock it and go.
And we did it, right?
Yeah.
But with today's market volatility being so high, the war in the Middle East, data centers, all the different things that are pulling at the different sides of the market, it's great to have that flexibility. So that's why I included that legislation. If you guys could say yes to that and give us the flexibility as we head into, as we head into the time really to lock in the next term, that'd be great.
Well, give me some estimates. Where are we at?
So right now, we went for, let's look at AEP Ohio, first of all, right? The standard service offer is always kind of the bogey that you set and you try and get under. They were at 9.94 cents per kilowatt hour this last term. So we're under it, right? In June, it jumps to 10.12 cents, okay? So we're still under it, looking good. The standard service offer hasn't caught up to where the market is. So because these auctions are done like years ahead of time, and they do tranches, like percentages of the load, and eventually the market catches up to it. We're not quite there yet. So the prices that we can get today wouldn't be, for a December start, it wouldn't beat where the market's at today. So it doesn't make sense to lock in now.
Right.
So you think it's going to drop some?
I think the rate will come down, yes. Utility rates are going up. So AEP Ohio in July, we're projecting to be 10.97 cents.
Okay.
So could we do like a rate of like under 11 cents today and lock it in for 12, 18, 24, 36, 48? Yes. Would that be a good move? No, I don't think it would. So, would I like to go long and low again? Yes.
A good move would let you extend us another year at 7.5.
I wish I could. That's good. Good
That would be a
bargaining.
good move.
I like that, but yeah, nobody's going to give us that sweet argument. So.
He has a quick no. Good try.
Yeah,
That was a quick
that was a
no.
hard no. I'm sorry, Brenda. But so that's kind of where we're at. It's been a really successful program. I think we'll be able to get a good rate that'll save people money as we move forward.
Do you know how many residents we have on that program?
So I don't have an exact number. We'll get that to Brian as well
That would be
with
great.
the additional information on the savings, so you guys can see like, hey, each month how many people were involved in the program, how much money did they save, and all that. As far as solar goes, like that's going to be an additional cost on top of whatever you're paying. So.
Okay.
City of Columbus, there's a couple different programs out there that locked in really long-term PPAs that were really successful. City of Columbus did it. City of Cincinnati did it. So they locked in the power of energy, whether it's a virtual PPA or an actual PPA based upon a massive utility scale solar project, right?
Okay.
They bought power when markets were near all-time lows. They locked it in really low. You add all the other components on top of that, strictly capacity really is the big player in this.
Right.
That's for the data centers. And that's for the additional load that we need now that we didn't have before and that frankly we don't have still
I was
today.
going to say, you still don't have it. So
Yeah.
how's that affecting the rest of us?
It's hitting us.
Yeah,
We're all paying for it.
Somebody's going to pay for it.
Yes. So there are bills being passed, as I read through the information that Brian sent along, from really good educated information that was provided to you guys.
Yeah.
Great information. There's a ton of bills out there right now and different things that are being lobbied in the
Yeah.
state that are, right now they're trying to, they're trying to really make private company pay for their own generation. So like the data centers to have their own generation that would pay for that,
Right.
which would take burden off of the taxpayer, which would be great, right? There's also things that would change net metering, which is how you're able to sell into the grid if you have solar on your house. So there's a lot of different things at play right now. We do have communities. Shaker Heights was mentioned in the proposal that was sent to you guys. That's my account. So we serve that already. So we already have the capability to buy RECs for aggregation programs. So we also do City of Bexley and Columbus,
Okay,
which
just go
has
back and
green
explain a
programs.
little more to me, because you're kind of out of my realm here.
No problem.
So I have a resident who has solar panels and he wants to start.
Mhm.
He has to be able to hook into,
Was to sell the rec credits.
Right.
yeah. And so you're pricing the credits that he would get for selling.
So there's a couple different ways to go about it. We could try and kind of broker an agreement between maybe him or you guys and the supplier, where we buy RECs for the community. There's a couple different ways you could do it. You could do an opt-out REC program where it's the default, where everybody's green. Typically, my experience in Stark County hasn't been super green friendly.
Yeah, we
to
don't
be
have
honest.
that many.
Yeah,
No,
so
no,
it's
yeah,
like a
yeah.
handful, right?
It's a handful. Yeah.
So a handful of folks, we could either have like an opt-in program where they can have RECs and they
Okay.
opt in at a certain price. It's a little bit above
Okay.
that
Yeah,
regular
price,
price,
yeah.
right? Say it's like maybe 2.5 of a penny per kilowatt hour higher than the standard price.
Yeah.
So, I mean, looking at it and talking to you guys about it now, I think that's probably the best option
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
we don't
you
have
guys. That would be logical.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be available for people, the handful of folks that want it, but it wouldn't be something that you would be sticking everybody into a green program where everybody's paying more.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that's really the only other
And
big
So
option.
Jay, for this
Yeah.
resident that's asking, because he has solar, he's got some other residents around him that are talking about it, looking into it.
Yeah.
And so would you opt in
Mhm.
and then also toggle a switch that says, I have solar, I would like to sell the rec? How does that work? as
So
far as
it's
the
called net
resident
metering is what you
Okay.
need. And we can put that into it when we run RFPs and we run numbers. We'll say, hey, we'd like you to have net metering as a part of the program.
Okay.
So that could be something that
Does-
we ask for.
Is
and
that
then
going to raise the price on everybody
No.
or just the ones that are
It'd
using it?
just be the people that opt into it.
Okay.
So that's just something that we could list either as something that we would prefer
Okay.
or a requirement. So you could do it either way. There's not a lot of suppliers out there today that have net metering.
Sure.
So that's something that we're gonna need to look at. We are pushing our suppliers hard to offer it. Like Dynagy, for instance, they don't offer it today. However, which is the current supplier. However, they think they're going to by like Q1 of next year, which would align perfectly with your new contract.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there a threshold? Do you look at us and say, hey, if there's 4 or 5 people in our entire township doing it, is there a threshold to be able to toggle that on, or can a
No.
couple people?
Yeah, a couple of people can do it.
Okay.
All you need to do is we need to price it with it in there as the default would be traditional energy.
Yeah.
And then we would have an opt-in for green.
Okay.
It's really just
And
like
it would
a
be a different
line
price.
item on the opt-out that says, hey, if you want to go green, you want to be able to sell your RECs into it, you can opt into it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Perfect. I think that sounds what we were looking for.
Right. And our resident that's been here for a couple meetings, I'm sure he has more questions. He's not here this evening, but he would love to chat with you because he's excited
Hey,
about
feel
it.
free to give our information. I
Okay.
don't have cards because we're
That's
brand
okay.
new.
Is it okay
with
to
Priority
have
Power.
him give you a shout?
Yes, for
Because he
sure.
would love to chat about it. 'Cause
And even at looking like across the county, if you guys want to like solarize further and look into Stark County and doing that, we also work with Canton Township. We work with Marlboro Township. So we have
Okay.
other townships within the county that we can try and
Great.
like weigh and try and get a better aggregated deal on that. If
Right.
it's something that you guys are,
Well, and that
you
was
wanna-
his whole idea was, let's get folks to bring solar in. We're all going to save some money, and then let's help the residents of the community by selling back the RECs. Like that's his whole idea is let's bring down the cost for everybody.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
Conceptually. However, in today's market area, I don't see a real savings
Okay.
for the whole community if only a handful are selling RECs back into the market.
Fair.
Can we make that an option for like an opt-in and have the default just be a traditional program? Yes.
Okay.
Would that be the recommended thing that I would probably recommend at this point? Yes. However, if you guys want to look at doing it like on a further green scale, I'm all about it. We have those programs, we can do it for you.
I think that's a future thing because
Mhm.
when they finally do 30 extension, we should have a lot more business here and those businesses may be doing that. And at this point, we're mostly farmers.
Okay,
So, but I do have a
Makes sense.
question, and that is, there are some other townships that was trying to push for a countywide electrical aggregation.
Yeah.
But that's not really in the best interest of the townships as a whole. But what is the possibility if a couple townships want to do it all at once together at the same time, but not the whole county?
so yes, we could definitely aggregate the ones that we serve. We could try and align
Do we have
start
to be
dates.
contiguous,
We would have to align start dates at least, and
but not
yes.
contiguous in land?
You don't
No,
touch.
you could, no, it just has to be behind the same utility. So we're talking AEP Ohio, right?
Right.
So yes,
Yeah.
we could do that. But sometimes you end up like subsidizing worse loads than yours. Being in more of a farming community, you probably have people out in the fields during the day during peak hours.
Well, this one's farming too, so it's
Right.
okay.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Within a farming community, you have people in the
Okay.
fields during peak hours, which makes your load better. So if you guys were to tag on to somebody
You're
who's
saying-
more urban,
It might hurt us.
it might hurt you. So it's something we can always look at. And if you
Yeah.
want me to run numbers where we aggregate different loads
Yeah.
together, we can do it with anybody.
You
we
brought
have
up
on.
Marlington. We look a lot like Marlington.
Okay.
You know, we,
Yes.
you know, we look,
But
we look a lot
if you
like-
have a heavy use, that's not in your favor.
Heavy peak load is bad
Right.
yeah,
because
right.
it's more expensive
Sure.
because it's
You would-
everybody's
A little
buying
township
it.
like us would not want to tie on to Akron City
I don't think so. No, I don't think.
because
we
the
do.
load is different.
Correct. So while you think Walmart, more buying power, better,
Yeah.
it's not really.
Not always.
It's you're the ones that are subsidizing
Right.
their
Yeah.
load to get their price down and get them a better deal, right? So
So
Could
we're
there be
looking for a
benefits?
more rural township.
I think so. Yeah, I think it would be a better fit. I mean-
The one in my mind is very rural too, but a couple of them were complaining, what we're doing here tonight, talking with you, they don't want to do that. They don't want to negotiate.
We can
So
help them do it if they want. If they have aggregation
they
passed
don't want
already.
to have to do it at all. Don't
We
ask
get
me
that.
why. I think it's fun to negotiate with.
Right. Well, any way
But-
we can help on it, we're happy to, you know?
Yeah, I
So-
just wanted to see how would it affect us? Would it make us lose anything? Would it make us cost anymore?
So if you aggregate together with other communities with a similar load to you, an additional load to go out and buy on the market isn't necessarily a bad thing. However, I think your load honestly it's sizable enough today that
Okay,
you can get a good price as we did last.
We don't need 3 other townships. We have,
No,
we
and you
don't
don't
need
need a huge like intergovernmental buying group like a SOPEC or a NOPEC to be able to get a good
Yeah.
deal.
yeah, no, I don't want to.
And then- And then you tie it in with a bunch of different communities where you can lose your autonomy, you know, which
Right,
to me
sure.
is really important. Set your own terms, figure out what the suppliers that you want to go with, what price and what like term works best for you, right?
Yeah. All right, that was just the question because it's been rumbling around through the county.
It's a good question. I appreciate you bringing it up.
so what do you need from us on this?
We don't really have to do that resolution stuff till.
You don't have to, whenever you guys would like to, you can, you don't have to
But
do
you
it
need
like
in order
now.
for you to lock in.
So we would need that done before we lock in. When could we lock in? Who knows?
That's what I mean, the sooner we do
The
it.
sooner you can do it, the better. Because who knows, maybe the war ends.
Right.
Maybe like all of a sudden,
And there's a crash on the electric market?
yeah, but for real, maybe the electric market crashes and all of a sudden we can get like a really good rate.
So if we make a motion tonight and put this in place, we have now until December to hopefully we get a dip.
It's really before then. It would be really the early October. So you might as well
Because I
do it
know
if
we
you guys
did
feel
October.
comfortable with it.
We did October.
I'm
last
good to
time.
move forward. Are you good to move
Yeah,
forward,
we
Randy?
got 120 days. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not a very big window.
Yeah, I think we make this resolution tonight.
Yeah, this is just giving you the right to find us a rate.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay.
Do you-
No, it's a rate to lock us in.
Yeah,
Well, he's gonna shop it.
All right,
Right,
we're gonna shop.
You're gonna try and get your
Just
best,
so
but I
I
mean,
understand
if we
the
don't do
resolution.
this and next week it drops.
And you're not locked into
I think
anything.
Brian
Like
had a
if you
question.
say yes tonight and then we don't get a rate, you're not stuck.
because
with
even
it.
though we give you the resolution until we sign,
It doesn't,
nothing.
yeah, the rate and the
we have
price
to
aren't
sign.
set.
The
Brian had a
resolution
question.
gets the things going, Jay.
Yeah.
But for me to do what the trustees need to do, what we communicated
We will
daily and up to the last minute to lock in.
Correct.
That's
And yes, and it gives us that flexibility that same day when the market does
Right.
tank, I call Brian, hey, Brian, it's time.
Okay.
And then he communicates with you guys, hey, here's
Quick
what we
re-sign
have.
it.
Yeah, and we do it, right?
Okay.
Well, that's what we did
So what-
last time.
what-
We were doing it just right up to the last.
What's the threshold you think we should use, Jay?
As far as a price and a term, I mean, realistically, to give flexibility on this thing in today's market, I would say under 10 cents.
Okay.
Up to 48 months again.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay, under 10 cents, 48 months.
Yeah.
And if we find it, we,
Let's do it.
okay.
Yeah.
Are you good with that?
I'm good with that.
You want to make a motion?
Sure. I'll make a motion that we signed a resolution to allow Priority Power to search for our new electrical contract pricing, and we're giving them the authority to find us prices in timeframes of that best interest for us.
Under
want that?
10,
Yeah, you have.
under
to
10,
get
48
Under
months.
10 cents for 48 months.
Up to. 48
Up to,
months.
not to exceed.
Okay.
Not to exceed.
Up to.
Trustee Varian, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Do you need a roll call?
You don't need it if you all agree on that. I mean, you want to,
Yeah,
you
we're
can do
on,
it. It's
all
your
right,
call.
we'll do roll call.
Varian,
Yes,
Puro,
Yes.
Griffith.
Yes.
great.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Really
Got one more
appreciate it.
question.
Yes, right.
Priority Power, do they offer when the contracts go out? I know there was like capital fund, get things for the township, for the trustees to put that money towards other capital improvements. Do they offer things?
Like civic grants?
Yes,
Yes, we could definitely do civic grants. They're typically paid by the supplier.
okay.
So we would need to negotiate those into the contracts.
So they can help us build our park that we got received 50 acres donated.
Yeah,
That's what we need.
yeah. I mean,
That's,
it all depends on how much money you could use for the projects, how long the term is, and how much the rate per kilowatt hour would go up. If we could make it a very small change in the difference of rate per kilowatt hour, and you could get a grant to do a program like that,
Yeah,
why not?
yeah. So we're
So-
interested in that if it's possible.
Awesome. I'll look for it.
Okay.
Hey, Jay, can I have your work number real quick?
Yes, my work number is 614.
Yep.
884.
Yep.
5300.
5300.
Extension 234, and you can have my cell phone as well if you want.
That's two. I'll have, Mr. Parker is the gentleman that probably giving you a call. He was the one that had some
Have him
questions.
call anytime.
And I
Any
just-
questions he has about anything,
Just
we're
text
happy to
him.
answer.
All right, thank you.
Thank you all
Thank you
very much.
very much for coming.
Appreciate it.
does Ray get to speak?
Ray, you want to talk?
All right.
I think he said enough.
Oh, good, all right. All right.
I didn't scare you, did I?
No, you didn't. Not at all.
All right. Well, thank you both very much for coming.
Thank you.
And I know you were going to come later, but I pushed Brian. I really wanted you here earlier, so
Awesome.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Anyone else for public speaks? I see you happen to walk in. Did you want to talk? No, just observing. Okay. All right. We're going to move on to the fire report and chief.
Okay, the only thing I had on the agenda was we got a fuel bill from American Fleet Services. That's the outfit that worked on our ambulance, the liquid spray.
Oh, yeah. They sent you a $40 bill for fuel?
Yes, because they
Huh.
ran the squad, trying to duplicate the problem and put fuel in it. Now, I talked to Assistant Chief Parker, and I'm gonna do this tomorrow, is that I'm gonna contact our dealer and make them pay the bill.
Yeah. Yeah, so just for the public's knowledge, the ambulance was back in, I think, on its fourth time back for a warranty repair and the ambulance is new.
Since the last meeting, it went in again.
No,
No, it
this
hasn't gone.
hasn't gone back. But it was the third or fourth time that the company was servicing this load system, which drops the back of the ambulance down and lifts it back up once the cot's in. So this $40 service charge is for them to run it around, try to re-up the system. That's an interesting bill to send, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, when I got the phone call.
Yeah.
She's like, we have an invoice. And I called them back.
No,
Why are we getting invoice?
yeah, that's a weird
For
one.
warranty work, and she's like, it's a fuel bill.
And they
You put
didn't-
Fuel in it.
They didn't return it to us, correct? We went and picked it up?
No, they returned it to us.
So I wonder if the fuel bill is their chaser car to bring it back.
No, he Ubered,
Oh,
he Ubered back to his shop.
all right. Okay, let's look into that before we pay it.
Oh, for sure.
I know it's only $40, but I think it's the point. Disappointing.
Do you actually have a bill?
They were supposed to email you the bill.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Okay, I'll call them back tomorrow. Well, I'm gonna call the dealer tomorrow that we purchased the ambulance from and help them about it. So like, hey, you're gonna.
But did they fix it?
It's, as of right now, it's fixed.
Yeah, it's fixed. We haven't had any issues.
We haven't had any
Run that one more than the other one, and see if it duplicates again.
Yeah, we have been. We've been running that first out for EMS calls. And it hasn't duplicated.
Did the new people get started?
The one gentleman starts training tomorrow. The other young lady, she hasn't started training yet.
Okay, did we get all the paperwork in on both of them?
I missed her driver's license. I need to get her down here to make a copy of her driver's license. But other than that, yes, all the paperwork's been filled out and submitted to Brian.
There's a note of the agenda for quotes for siding. We're still working on that. No, nothing new yet. We're still getting quotes in for the siding.
And one thing that happened just today is the skag mower broke down again. The drive belt broke on it. They had to push it into the station.
Okay.
So
All
I'd
right.
like to get Tim to come pick it up and put the drive belt on it.
All right. I'm still ready to do math on what it costs to just have Beck mow it. That's where I am.
Captain Palm sent me the quote on the mower, the
Yeah.
commercial mower
From Metzger's.
from Metzger.
They'll probably honor the price too. They're pretty
Yes,
good about
yes,
that.
they was on for the price.
But if we spend 45 or 5,000 bucks on a mower when we can have the whole thing mowed for
Yeah.
1,300 bucks a year
Yeah.
that we're maintaining, and I don't know. Maybe it's more than
I
1,300 bucks.
know the initial quote that he did a couple years for us, it was under $1,200 to $1,300 a year if you kept it around 13, 14 mows.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to mow it more often, then it's going
Right.
to increase.
Yeah, I don't think so.
We need to have that
I
conversation.
have-
We'll have a
Okay,
conversation.
For the now though, we've called Tim. He's going to come get it and fix it.
Yeah, I'll have to come pick it up.
All right.
Because it won't move
Okay.
unless it's pushed.
Well, let's get him on it. We'll get it fixed and get it going.
Okay.
You going to set a dollar amount, trustee?
You said it was a rubber belt.
It's a drive belt.
It's a drive belt.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Trustee Barry makes a motion to pay Tim's mower and lawn repair up to $500 to pick the mower belts.
Most. It's not that one.
Oh, but I mean,
Well, he's gotta pick
if
it
I
up.
tell you 150, the bill's gonna come out
I saw
160.
what he
We're gonna start
charged
this
to
all
pick
over
it
again.
up. I don't think it'll be that much.
No.
No, it won't be that much.
We'll be covered.
I'll second.
All in favor?
All right.
Okay, we'll get that taken care of. That's the only other thing I have. Our runs, it's been a busy couple of weeks. It's been crazy busy. 39 runs. 25 ALS, 6 BLS, 6 fire-related runs. We did receive 9 mutual aids from Louisville. 4 of them were second squad calls that we had.
Okay.
And then 5 were pretty serious calls that we needed additional personnel for, that they come over and help us out.
So none of those we weren't staffed.
Correct.
That's good though. We
Staffing's been great.
glad to hear that.
Tell me.
It's been a lot of years since we've heard that.
Okay. What's the one that says not our call?
We were dispatched for that, and it was out of our jurisdiction.
Okay.
So,
Is
we
that,
won't pay for that call.
what's that?
We won't pay for that because we get billed per call.
Is that not in East Canton then?
And it's not in East Canton nor.
Oh, because there's a Plum Street there. That's why I was wondering.
Yeah, it was actually down in Mohawk Valley's jurisdiction.
Okay.
They sent you
They
to the
just
wrong
called the
plum.
one.
Yeah,
Okay.
Got it.
they put the wrong
We have a
plumb in the
plumb.
CAD system and it popped up
Yeah.
Osnaburg.
Okay.
Did they fix that?
Yes.
Okay.
What about the house over off of Sunlight? Is anything found out that?
Oh,
been
what did
sent?
we? Yeah, with the house that burned on
Yeah,
Sunlight
burned
hasn't
down.
hasn't had any action. Did you have any more on that, Mary?
I don't have any updates.
All right. I'm surprised we're not getting more complaints from the residents, to be honest.
So before you became chief, I might have been Amy still here. We did something with the state that when a house burnt, they held so much back of any insurance payment money to cover the cleanup of the house. I don't know the name of that program, but we passed a resolution to do that with the state.
They have to have insurance. They don't have insurance.
They have to have insurance,
Yeah, if
but
I don't have insurance.
I'm pretty
it's-
sure he did.
Yeah, I don't.
It's just odd that the insurance company hasn't done something with this.
Well, it could be because he passed away and he was the only one that owned the house, and it could be tied up in court.
It could
The
be.
prosecutor wouldn't.
Could be in an, could be in an, yeah.
Could be a probate.
Could be in a
But
probate, yeah.
if you could check to even see,
Yeah, but they usually
it should
want
be
to
in
clean up
Amy's
the site.
records from before, back at the fire station somewhere.
I mean, it's safe to say it's a total loss house, right?
Because if
Okay.
they, because we're signed up in that program, if they held that money, then we could go ahead, have the house cleaned up while probate's doing its thing, because we're just gonna take that money the state's holding. So if you could check on that, that would help get that cleaned up. Anything else for fire?
Well, I do not have anything else. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right,
Thanks,
cemetery
guys.
report.
Appreciate it.
Cemetery report.
I don't have anything. Ryan hasn't given me anything since the last meeting.
Okay,
Good.
perfect. Do you want your executive session before road or after?
We might just do it right together.
Okay,
You have your,
Yeah, you will slip. Oops.
all right, trustee Trio moves to go into executive session at 8:09 for matters required to be kept confidential.
Trustee Varian second.
roll call.
Varian,
Yes.
Puro,
Yes,
Griffith.
Yes.
it'd just be the three trustees and Brian.
Okay.
We will be back. Brian will be turning off audio, but the camera will still be on, so people will be able to see you. You're welcome to, you do not have to stay if you want to leave. You're welcome to leave or stay if you're fine. That's up to you. I'm hoping to make it quick, though.
Like, Brett is like a camera, so I'm still.
You can get up and walk around. I just want you to know it's still okay.
Where's the,
What's that?
All right, you're back on.
I don't think I.
So I'm gonna call a meeting back to order at 8:25. Roll call?
Varian,
Yes.
Carol, Griffith.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we do now.
Yes.
All right. Trustee Puro moves to pay Parker Contracting LLC for the ditching work that they done where they, in the last, for 5 days for $11,808.50 for some deep reclamation ditching and culvert repair, or not culvert repair, but for cleaning out where from major
There's
storm
emergency
damage.
repair.
Trustee Varian, second.
Roll call?
Varian,
Yes.
Carol,
Yes.
Griffith.
Yes. And that was the action we were taking from our executive session.
We should have brought it back in though. We didn't bring the executive session back in, did we?
I thought I did, open at 8:25.
Yeah.
Okay, did we get a second and a roll for that?
We did.
Okay,
I
great.
did, they did, Parker Excavating did contact me, I had, about AEPs trimming trees somewhere, and they're had a bunch of logs that are down in a culvert, so I'm gonna try and reach out to them to see the tree trimmer dropped them in a ditch,
That's about what they did last time.
see if what they wanna do about it, or if they'll do anything about it.
For the record, my electric went off and on 4 times today. Every time it goes off and on, I lose it. It was off for a couple hours this morning. It resets all my stuff. I have to reset everything. So I was disgusted. I know they're trimming trees, but. Okay. Anything else? Or we're just starting?
We're starting
It's a
road.
starting road. I was gonna say you were done.
Yeah, there you go. Easy
Okay,
peasy.
let's go to road supervisor.
Do you have a chance to go to the road report? And here's the old business, the salt prices were locked in at $72.20 a ton.
Okay.
How much is that over last year then? Like $10?
No,
6280 last year.
$10.
you're right, I thought 60 last year, 62?
Yeah, 62. I forget the change amount, but it was 62.
Okay.
And we have till when to fill our bin?
Your bin's full enough on last year's cycle prices.
So we completed it.
Yeah.
But anytime after,
You have to August next year.
Okay,
this one will start on August 1st
Right.
until next year.
okay.
And it's 800 ton is what we
Is our
quoted. that we-
Estimate, yeah.
800.
That's for next year.
Okay.
And I need to get some replacement blades for the flail mower. And
Those are the little,
those are the little ones,
the small
the
ones.
smaller ones.
Give a price and a vendor.
It's from Motrim,
Okay.
and they're 80 little blades. It comes to $451.20 plus shipping.
What about the clevises or pins? You don't need none of them?
I think we have enough clevises. I'm hoping we have enough clevises and pins left over from last year to
You good for that, right?
Shipping a lot on that because it's probably heavy.
You can go.
I don't know. They didn't
They're right
go
down,
through the
they're not
shipping.
very far.
Oh, okay.
It's like Steubenville.
Yeah, they're right
Is
down.
it?
So it's 500 to do it?
Yeah.
Probably.
Trustee
Maybe.
I would go over 500.
I think I
would go 550.
Because the weight sometimes.
I think they're happy. How many? There's 80 of them and they're little
80 of those little
steel.
tiny.
Yeah, that'd be a heavy box.
I'd go a little higher, Mr. Barron.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
All right, trustee Puro moves not to exceed $600 for new blades for Motrim for the boom mower, or for the flail mower.
Trustee Varian, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I have one more thing for street signs. We need to get some new, what are they called? The blades for the signs, because we make our own signs. We just order the blanks. That and the brackets that hold them onto the posts. I got a quote for $623.50, and that is for 6 of the 24-inch blades, 6 of the 18-inch blades, and 6 of the 12-inch blades, and then half a dozen of the different brackets, the small brackets and the big brackets.
Is that for like street signs?
It's for all of our street signs. We have a
Blades are
couple.
green.
Don't we have a thing in the
Yeah, the
budget
green
for,
ones.
for that?
Say again.
We have a certain amount in the budget for signage or something every year, or no?
There was always like $1,000 in there, but then I can always move that around based on what you guys do, if you need to do more or less.
Is that something that would go into the target grant?
Well, the TARMA grant goes up to $1,000 now,
Yeah.
but we already started doing some safety equipment on it already that we have logged. I mean,
Right.
you can use it. And
Is
then I
that-
just pay for the other stuff.
As we need it. I'd say we go ahead and finish the grant off instead of waiting to the end of the year.
So how do we do that?
If you ever put it on.
Just
the
Make a
target
motion to
grant.
use the grant, pay for the signs?
Well, that's $1,000. I mean, do you want to go over 1,000? What do you think it'll be?
It's
Six-
all together
623.
with shipping and everything at $623.50.
Yeah.
And what about if you have anything like somebody runs over stop signs or?
Oh, that's-
That could happen. That's what I was wondering.
We do have stop signs.
See,
in stock.
the grant is supposed to be for safety stuff, so if it's safety, which it is.
So are you saying that we should spend over 1,000 to make it easier for you?
Yeah. because
Is there
if you
supply, is there a supply that
I'm
you
not,
can?
I'm not
Oh, okay,
about
I
spending a
understand.
lot, but if you spend over the
If you spend over
1,000,
the 1,000, then that's
And then you get
that's
to
handled.
ordering.
Yeah. I mean, you need to spend another $400, but what are you gonna spend that on? Unless you wanna keep that money back, well, no, that's Sucos, never mind.
Well, I'm
Like,
gonna-
we've got signs to order Sucos, but that's gonna come out of that other fund, never mind.
Why don't we just go up to,
Wait, could we use that to get gates for Sucos? To keep people from going in the park?
I mean,
what kind of gates? Like an automatic gate? Or just a farm gate?
I don't know. What do you think you want to put up there?
How much you want to spend?
I was gonna say, I think it says dawn to dusk on the signs, you don't put anything up.
Yeah, it's dawn to dusk, so it's got to be shut.
I mean, but who's gonna go out and shut it? I mean, I think it's open all the time.
always remember trustees, a grant like that for safety, the park is part of the safety, to have some safety, we can word it in there to be able to do that, but you only have $1,000 because we shouldn't be using any, only thing you can use is general fund money if you wanted to do something up there. You can't use your road funds or anything like that to do anything at Sucos.
I would say if we don't have $400 to spend, I wouldn't use the grant for these signs. I would just spend the $623.50 out of the road and use that grant for something else.
We're good on 619.50 in the road
$623.50.
funds. We got 3 road funds.
623.
What's the vendor?
Well, it's-
Municipal signs.
Trustee Bureau moves, that's shipped here.
That's shipped.
Yeah, that's
Right.
shipped.
Trustee Bureau moves to spend $623.50 to municipal signs to replenish our stock.
Trustee Varian second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anything else on road?
Do you want to bring this up on new business, Brian, or
Stark County.
start coming?
It's a fee schedule for,
Oh, okay. Thanks.
All right, we need to do it now.
This came about because I received a call from Enbridge Gas in Stark County because they had to do some work, so they went to the county to see about getting a permit, and then they contacted us to see if they needed a permit from us. And apparently we don't have nothing in, like, anything to do, so.
We haven't required a permit, but we have required them to submit proof of bonding
Right.
when they're working,
And this is.
insurance.
These numbers are these are Stark County's numbers. I just kind of, the guy called me and said, hey, if you guys are going to start doing any of this, this might be a good, platform for you to start with. Like if people are doing work on driveway culverts.
I got a call last week from somebody in Westfall because Spectrum was boring in the underneath the ditch. And they said they told them that they were here and got our permission.
Yeah, Spectrum's never, I haven't heard nothing about it.
No,
But I do know Spectrum is
I
coming.
think it is Spectrum. No, they've been down Indian Run the whole time, doing all kinds of things. And you said Westfall, right? Down by the bridge. Down by the bridge.
They're coming to HILLVALE here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And that's why this guy called me.
But
He
it
said-
isn't Spectrum, it's a subcontractor. I don't know
Yes,
who the
it's a
subcontractor
Well,
is.
they're boring for Spectrum.
Correct.
Right.
Well, the lines are hanging on poles, but I don't know why they've had to bore there.
I don't think there is pole, well, they told me there was no poles where they were at.
Maybe that's why they had to. do
Well,
it.
yeah, I'm sure. And then,
Because they have been going on people's property doing it. But they must have an easement, because that's where the poles are running. They're like-
right, they were in the road right away.
Yeah,
And that's what I told the resident. I said, well, they gotta have somewhere to go. I said, as long as they're going deep enough, it's not really an issue. I said, most people want Spectrum.
yeah, I don't see a problem with it. The only thing I would say is that, I don't want to charge a permit to put culverts in if we're putting them in. But if there's a company coming, putting a culvert in, and they're laying a driveway and stuff, because we try to do that as a benefit to our
Yeah, right.
residents. So that's the only one I see a problem with the culvert. Let us think about this one, because when you're talking around a lot of farms and people are doing things, they would be in this right away doing that. I'm not going to make all the residents come in here and get a permit to do this. I think it just needs to be commercial people get permits. Does that make sense?
Right.
I don't know if we're allowed to do that though.
You can do that with commercial, like what's happening, like Rodney's saying, we get phone calls that like a gas company wants to come over and burrow under our road. Right now, what do you tell them? Well, yeah, go ahead. Or you say, well, we'd like to make sure, you're bonded or something so you don't tear up our road. Because if they did, God forbid, then we would be out to fix. But that's how that got started. And Rodney talked to Stark County and they had this kind of what they do.
Mm-hmm.
They don't mean we have to follow it. We could pick and choose something that would help. I know even Mary and Rodney get the calls together about, well, we're going to timber. Do we got to have a permit to timber out? Driving heavy trucks on the road. It's like kind of like it reminds me back when the coal mines come in. We had a bond on that. But these outfits are starting to come into the township more and more because we're fielding more and more calls.
I think we need to do something, but I don't think we should do it tonight. We need to think about this a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I think you do. Just don't.
Can we just put it on the agenda for next time?
Yeah.
And then let's think about, but again, I would only want to see it for commercial use,
Right, I understand.
not for our own residents. Because if they want to go out there and dig and put out their own culvert in, I think they still have to get approval, don't you? Doesn't our residents have to get approval?
They should call and ask,
They gotta be inspected. It's in our handbook about that. They can do it, but you have to inspect to make sure it's correct.
So maybe this needs to be adjusted a little bit, where it's commercial companies, and then down here residents, no fee, but you have to notify us and it has to be inspected afterwards. Because probably most of them don't know that.
Right.
So something like that would be good.
Well, this call was because that Spectrum is coming to HILLVALE. And my buddy at Stark County knows that we're on HILLVALE, and he says, hey, you got these guys are coming down on your street there. Did they contact you about needing any permits or anything?
I wonder why Spectrum's coming, because what?
I don't know. They're boarding.
We've already got it on overhead,
Spectrum's already on Hill.
brand new.
Right. Well, he told me they're
Yeah,
boarding.
it could be from us to down the other way.
Oh, yeah, because they
It
stopped
probably
with
ends
us.
right here.
It does.
He just- That's all I know about it, is they're going to do some boring on HILLVALE. I don't know where it's actually at, but they haven't called. The only guy that's called is the gas company, Integrated Gas. And I talked to you about that earlier, and he was waiting. He wants me to give him a call back in the morning to know that since it's on the service line and the house is all on the side of the road, it's not going to cross the road or nothing. He just wanted to make sure it was okay for them to run service to the house.
Okay. Well, they are in the road right away doing their work.
Right.
So, and well, I'll say down by our place when they went through there, of course, it was over in our cow pasture, the poles. But on the fence, between the fence and the road, the berm there,
Mhm.
it had been wet. They just tore the heck out of that whole thing down through there on that berm of the road, which is county road, so not ours. But I'm not opposed. I think we should. I think we just have to do it right. So maybe the three of us can look at it between now and the next time we meet, come up with some suggestions.
That's all I got.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, Rodney. All right, let's move on to the zoning report. Ms. Brocker.
Okay. Since the last meeting, I got one permit issued here. I did have a variance hearing last Monday, and it was approved. I have the fee in my office because I made a mistake, so I'm working on getting that corrected. So that's why it's not on the front there. Another thing for the BZA is next month we'll be having the hearing over at Klotz and Georgetown for the camper out there.
Oh, okay.
Because they only did it for 6 months to review
Oh,
for,
To review again. What's the hearing for this time?
this time it was for the neighbor out here putting a second home on his property
Okay.
for
the
his,
one that touches our property here.
father and mother-in-law.
Got it. And there's enough land, I assume, for everything they need to do.
Yeah, the
Septic.
issue was the setup of the well and septic system
Where it was-
wouldn't allow for addition.
Got it. Okay. So do you think there's gonna be any issue with the camper? You think it's gonna get approved again?
I think if he has a concrete plan, it's more likely
Okay.
to get approved, but if he comes in with not a lot.
If the committee decides not to approve it, what do we do?
He has to remove the camper from
Property?
property. If he doesn't do that, then we'll have to get the prosecutor involved.
Okay. All right.
And then we'll probably give him a deadline of like a month or so to do so.
And the last meeting was positive, would you say? Split crowd.
It was more positive than negative. We had the
Okay.
one resident who was upset about it.
Okay.
And one who is kind of on the edge now because of how long
So
it's
maybe you
taking.
should have a conversation with them before the hearing and let him know. You need to come with a concrete plan.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's a good
I
idea.
talked to him last week about it.
Okay, great, thank you.
On the nuisance side of things, I went out to the John's property. The trash that I saw was cleaned up,
Okay.
straightened up back there, so that should be all taken care of. We're getting a lot of phone calls about the 2435 Ravenna, that's Valkyrie and 44.
Oh, yeah, the house on the lot, the ranch brick house on the lot next to it,
Mhm.
yeah. Right at the end of that Ohio Terrace right there.
I told Mary I'd speak up. We got 22 calls since the last week,
20,
just on that property.
I think
Some
the
of them
neighbor,
were repeats.
I think the neighbor is mowing about 6 or 8 swaths
Into it, yeah.
onto it. Probably, I mean, I bet if the neighbor wasn't mowing that, it'd be worse, because you wouldn't be able to see to
You wouldn't be
even
able to
get out
see.
on the road,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, I The owner was supposed to be down Memorial Week to get it mowed. He didn't do that. I talked to him. He said he had an emergency. He couldn't make it down. So he's gonna be down this week.
Okay.
What's
our next step if it doesn't get resolved? Are we close enough to having it mowed and putting it on his taxes or no?
If he doesn't get it mowed, we can say if you approve it tonight, we could do it at the end of the week. It ain't mowed, starting next week, I can get it posted.
You got to post it for 10 days or something.
7 days. It has to be posted for 7 days before
I-
we can have.
I think if we have 22 calls, we need to go.
Yeah.
You need to do something.
We need to do something. We're gonna get more
We need-
pushback if we
We
don't.
need to post it.
Yeah. Is that the V there, Valkyrie and 44?
It's right there, right in the
Right
Kevin
where
Miller
the
Street.
sign for the allotment is.
Yeah. So what motion do we need? I can make it.
The motion would be to,
Declare it a nuisance.
did you do the letters?
Declare.
You did both sets of letters. So the next is to
And
post it.
he did say he was coming back this weekend,
Yes.
so we need to give him until the following week. Okay. So the 15th is Monday, June 15th. You wanna wait till the end of next week or the beginning of next week?
No, Monday, if he said he was coming back this weekend.
Well, didn't he say he was coming over Memorial Day, then he
And then
had
he
an
came,
emergency?
and then he's coming this
And
weekend.
now he's supposed to come this week.
All right. So Trustee Barron would like to make a motion that come June 15th, if the lot is not mowed, we will post it for our 7-day period, and then we'll get it mowed and put the bill on his taxes.
Trustee Pirro, second.
What lot number? Or address?
2435.
Oh, it's right here.
Ravenna.
2435 Ravenna, that's the motion, sorry. Trustee Pirro, second.
All in favor?
Aye. So after that 7-day period, then we can call back.
And have them mowed.
Okay.
Which it may take a little bit more time,
Yeah.
but
Just we're gonna field some more calls.
Yeah, you will field some more calls.
yeah. I did tell a couple of the residents to call him. I spoke to him and he's supposed to be back.
Okay. Is it a safety, I mean, do we need to run down there with a weed eater around the stop sign? Like, is it a safety issue to pull out? I wouldn't think 20 people would call in a nuisance scenario. I think 20 people would call and be like, I can't see.
It looks pretty bad.
It's because in the past years, when the previous owner had it, this was a very bad problem where it's just an
Oh, yeah,
eyesore.
yeah.
So it's a combination of that, but like you said, there's somebody had mowed back a
Couple
ways. I
passes.
think they can see, not real good, but they can see, but it's just that it keeps going on, and they
Yeah.
feel like if no one says anything, it's
Yep,
just gonna
It's
keep
gonna be a
going on.
forest.
Other than that, the Sunlight property, I spoke with prosecutor's office. Based on the couple pictures I had at that time, they didn't see much that he could do
Okay,
because the trucks didn't meet the definition of junk vehicles.
sure.
They're still in decent enough condition. They aren't rusted out, wrecked, or anything like that.
Right.
And the vehicles that are on there don't meet the parking storage restrictions we have.
Okay. Well, if that resident calls, then I'll say we've worked on it and that's what we found.
I am working on getting more pictures from different angles, but that's where we're at right now.
Did they come back with a definition of, or what we would have to do to declare it a junkyard? Not specifically that, but more there were other ones.
Yeah, it depends on the case, basically.
So you have to take pictures up and send it in and see, can we declare this a junkyard?
I
Pretty
think the
much.
square footage was very small when we talked about
Yes.
it, yeah.
But I think
But
the
it's
cars
case by
count.
case, kind
I
of
have
how
a
they
couple
look at it.
junkyards on my family farm.
Okay. We are getting more lots that are full of junk.
Oh my gosh, there's so many.
And so we're gonna have to put a stop.
We
to
have
it.
so many lots.
So we're gonna have to come up with some rules or something.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's try to follow that junkyard definition up better.
The one on Mitty that we've been getting letters for with all the vehicles and everything, that one will most likely fit under it. The problem is, the section that's clear to view from the road, is fairly clean. And then you got this trees here, and you can see the vehicles between the trees, but everything else is kind of back behind that too. So that's where it gets a little tricky.
Any other questions under zoning? Any other comments?
Thank you, Mary.
Okay, thank you. All right, we're gonna move on to Old Township business. A reminder, June 13th, Saturday, 10 a.m., Succo's Park opening.
Yep, I just put it on there as a reminder, hoping a ribbon cutting
And
ceremony.
were you able to find ribbon? Okay,
10 a.m.
perfect.
Okay.
And then, updates, I sent the paperwork to Phil. And I think I carboned you on it, Brian. The document the state sent that they want us to sign is a second lease. So Huntington Trust owns the park, the land. They leased it to us. That's filed with the county recorder. Now the state wants someone to sign them a lease for 15 years stating that it will stay a park or we owe the $150,000 back. We're just not sure of the language there is how can we as a leasee turn around and give another lease on it? I don't know that we can do that.
Subletting it.
So I think it has to come from Huntington and Phil was gonna run it
Who would
by
we
us.
lease it to though? And
It's
how,
ODNR. We have to,
They just want to be able to have control.
if it's not a park, then we owe the money back.
so they're
That's where
asking
we
for
have to have
us
that
to lease
signpost.
an ODMR? That seems silly.
I know, it doesn't, that's
That
what.
seems
I don't know
silly.
why they need a lease. It seems like you should just
Why
find something.
wouldn't they,
ready.
why wouldn't they
It's a
just say,
lease that allows them,
Please-
in the leases, it's like, that says, if you don't use this as a park,
Well, I understand. what
yeah,
you're
but
saying.
why
I don't
wouldn't they
think
say,
need a
why wouldn't they
lease.
say, the lease you have in place needs to be amended to clearly say that it's gonna stay a park for 15 years? There shouldn't be a sublet on it.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense at all. Who are we leasing
oh, they
to?
have their own forms for everything. They want their own form back.
We're leasing to the ODNR, so they're gonna have
But
lease
they
rights
should
to
have told
this?
us this ahead of time, there was gonna be a
That's
second
silly.
recording. If I don't get anything back from Phil, I'll go and try I forget his name, but I have it. The guy who was here and then did the original lease filing for us.
Okay.
So, but I do think it's gonna have to come from Huntington. So I'll give Phil a call.
I don't know why it would matter if you just fill the form out.
Because it has to be notarized and filed with the clerk of courts.
Hmm.
And it has to have an attorney on it.
I could see us amending the current lease we have. I could see that. They don't want to give grant funds for something you're going to turn around and sell and make profit on. I get that. But it's interesting, they want a secondary lease
But
from.
the original lease that we signed said it would be a park.
Yeah, huh, okay,
I don't know.
all right,
Trying to work through that part.
okay.
And then the
Close.
last thing I'm waiting on with that is they're requiring a final updated design.
Oh.
And so the original design changed because the original design had 2 parking lots. We just did one big one and our sign moved. So I'd asked Andy to get me a revised final drawing
Okay,
of that top part. Those are the 2 documents I'm waiting on. Any other questions? The only other thing that I'd like to do, and Rotary might be able to do this, is they talked about trying to do a park bench, name a park bench.
Oh.
And so we could get some benches around that track,
very good.
but we're probably gonna have to cement them down or something. Or we
Very
won't
deep.
have them.
They'll grow legs.
All right, new township business, Brian.
The Bureau of Workers' Comp sent a notice out to the office. They're gonna audit us and they just wanna have me fill out some paperwork, and it's something, I've never been through a Bureau of Workers' Comp, but what they're looking at is to see if our wages that I submit, like at the end of the year, and then I give a breakdown that I prepare. They're gonna see if I did that correctly, along with they'll look at any claims that we had, and they'll just evaluate that. But it's all, looks like they're gonna look at 2025 is what they're looking at. So I just make you aware that that's gonna happen. I don't know when exactly, but I gotta fill out everything and then submit it in, and then that audit's gonna come in.
So I'm looking at this letter from the regional planning on the urban county participation letter. Why would we want to opt out? I don't think we do,
No, I don't think we do either.
because that was,
If they're
we've applied for and gotten that grant a couple of times.
Yeah, we want to be active in that.
So the only thing is, and we've tried to apply a few more times, but where they use the,
We don't have to opt out. We're automatically in.
Yeah, we're in. No action
Right.
required.
I'm saying I don't want to opt.
Yeah, I'd say we stay in it.
Where they use maps, like census maps, and then they change and use other maps. And so sometimes we're not considered, to CBDG, you have to have a senior population. And so sometimes the areas, now when we did the Clots, we did a grant from them over there, and that was a senior, evidently who's living there classified, so but we just need to stay in it. I think people are complaining because they keep getting all the emails. That's okay. All right, anything else?
Nope.
Anything for you, Brian? Take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Rick, how'd you get back in town?
Pardon?
I said, I know you were back in town. Oh, have you?
I retired.
Did you retire?
I got the years in.
Not Jim. Oh, make it, yeah, that's easier.
Very good. You hit me there tomorrow and then.
Every time you gotta get on it, it's trouble.
Oh, that'll get them. Restart, change my way, runs up, kicks off. Brand new boat on it too. No, I just